These scenes were all sent to the Shadow Realm. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 most censored Yu-Gi-Oh! Moments. For this list, we'll be looking at the darker and more scandalous scenes of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime series, and how the English dub watered them down. While some are more subtle, others are just plain hokey, because it's for kids. As always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which anime list you want to see next. Number 10, the Dark Energy Discs. Yugi's duel with the Twisted Arcana truly was an epic showdown of Dark Magician versus Dark Magician with incredibly high stakes. However, the final fate of the loser differs between both dubs. In the original Japanese dub, whoever loses the duel would get their legs violently chopped off by a buzzsaw that slowly approaches each time they lose life points. In the American dub, however, the saws were given a blue glow and named Dark Energy Discs that send anyone they touch to the Shadow Realm.
It's a dark energy disc, Yugi, and I wouldn't get too close. One touch and your mind's banished to the Shadow Realm!
Obviously, the idea of a duelist's legs getting amputated is pretty graphic for kids' television, so it was necessary to change by 4 kids, even if both duelists were able to make it out of the duel intact. Number 9. What really happened to Marek's father? Both versions painted a very different picture of Marek Ishtar. The American dub shows him as a power-hungry ex-tomb keeper wanting to steal Yami's power, while the original has Marek only wanting payback for all the pain his heritage caused him, especially thanks to his own father. In the original, Marek puts an end to his dad in the most permanent and fatal way. To counter this, the English dub has Marek simply banish his father to the Shadow Realm, with no trace of the original grisly deed to be found.
Now then, Father, time to send you to the Shadow Realm. The future is mine!
Number 8, Mai's Harpy Ladies. We all know My Valentine's true ace in the hole is her Harpy Ladies. Ferocious, beautiful, and slightly scandalous. In the original Japanese dub, as well as the actual card game, the Harpy's attires tend to be very revealing. They also occasionally don armor with questionable attributes.
Harpy Lady!
To keep things kid-friendly, the US dub and international card prints have these vicious beauties covered up in bodysuits and armor that are way less suggestive.
My samurai sushi!
Oh, cards, speak to me!
We may not enjoy it, but it's still marketed as a children's anime and card game, and not all countries are very lenient on risque material, even if there's no real harm. Even the iconic Dark Magician girl had to have her more mature assets reduced to avoid getting into trouble.
Yes, of course! They're the lights of the spirits within!
Number 7. Mais Punishment. Sometimes a little censoring is understandable in case things get too intense, such as the case for Mai's duel against Yami Marek. Throughout the whole battle, Mai was forced to endure all kinds of torture, most of which had to be edited out in the American dub, as she slowly loses her memories of her friends and loved ones.
クジャクマイ、貴様のどこに心の弱さがあるか、俺には手に取るようにわかるんだよ。この目は 人の真実を見抜くことに長けていてね。
Her ultimate outcome when she loses is depressing either way. In the English dub, she is trapped in isolation in the Shadow Realm while her memories slowly fade away. While in the original, she's trapped inside her mind, losing her memories until she eventually perishes.
このラーのカードの上にあるのは記憶を吸い取る砂だ。全身が埋まればお前の記憶も全て消え、死の闇に身を沈めていくんだ。ゆっくりゆっくりと。
Number 6, the fate of Aleisters' brother. All of Dance's minions have their own respective tragic backstories in the Waking the Dragons arc, each of which was censored one way or another. The one that really catches our attention is Aleister, and how he and his little brother Mikey ended up caught in the middle of a war in their country. In the original, Mikey ended up in the crossfire of an exploding tank and perished almost instantly. Whereas in the American version, the flashback is heavily edited and claims that Mikey was captured instead.
Help! Mikey! Where are you, pal?
An understandable change since child fatality is a big no-no for most audiences. And it's at least nice for them to try something besides using the Shadow Realm as a scapegoat for tragic events.
They took him! They got my brother!
Mikey. Soon the real Dyna Dude will show up. Don't worry, he's gonna be here soon.
Number 5, Lumis and Umbra's trap. Some of you may have figured out by now, but in the original, there was no Shadow Realm. It was actually designed for the American dub by 4Kids as a way of toning down the darker elements of the Japanese dub, especially for the more fatal aspects. For example, Yugi and Kaiba's double duel with Lumis and Umbra on the skyscraper. In the English dub, whoever loses all their life points first would plunge into the Shadow Realm through the glass.
ライフカウンターがゼロになった瞬間にプレイヤーの足元の爆破装置が作動。足場となるガラスが破壊され、プレイヤーはビルの屋上から落下する。
In the original, the outcome is a lot more straightforward. The losers plummet through the floor and fall straight to their demise. Honestly, we're still not sure if there's a difference.
That's because the very surface on which we stand is a divider between our world and the dreaded Shadow Realm.
Number 4, Taya versus the Mugger/Predator. Taya and Yugi have been best friends ever since he saved her life, though the setup for the rescue can be told in one of two ways. In the original, Taya was blackmailed by a creepy man with a video camera, the guy obviously having some perverse intentions.
されたくなかったら俺の言う通りにするんだ。
あんたこそこんなことしてただで済むと思ってんの?
In the American adaptation, the camera is edited out, and the creep is a mugger who tricked Taya so he could rob her.
Just hand over all the money you got in your purse, lady, and nobody'll get hurt.
The reason for this change was obvious and much needed, as the situation could have ended up way worse. Either way, it leads to a happy ending where Yugi comes in to take out the trash.
Turn and face me, coward. Let's see how bold you are when someone stands up to you.
Number 3, Final or Death. You never want to mess with Ouija boards, especially one in the hands of Yami Bakura. In his duel with Yugi, he plays the Destiny board trap card that could guarantee him victory once he plays all 4 spirit message cards over time. In the Japanese version, when all 5 cards are in play, they spell out the word death, a fitting message considering Bakura's ghoulish strategy.
D-E-A-T-H です。そうだ。死の宣告デスの5文字が揃ったら、たとえ貴様にライフが残っていようとも、その瞬間貴様は抹殺されるんだ。
However, the guys at 4Kids thought death was a bit too extreme for their dub, so they had it changed to Final instead.
And the second letter is I.
Only 3 letters left!
While Final doesn't quite have the same edge, it still would have meant kittens for the King of Games had it not been for Slifer the Sky Dragon winning him the duel. Number 2, the Millennium Rod's hidden surprise. In addition to its terrifying mind-control powers, it turns out that Mareks' Millennium Rod had a hidden blade in the staff's shaft.
一人ずつ俺が闇への生贄にしてやる
You'd only know that if you watched the original dub, since all known traces of the blade were removed/edited out from the English dub. More than once in the Japanese dub, Yami Marek has snuck into the unconscious Odeon's room and draws the knife, ready to slay his other half's loyal servant for good.
ルイシド死の闇が迎えに来たぞ
Of course, in the American dub, the blade is edited out, and instead Yami Marek just plans to send Odeon to the Shadow Realm as usual, though the edit is more than a little obvious.
Odeon, it's time to do what I should have done ages ago.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the finger guns. We all knew this one was coming. It's too hokey to not mention even once. The original Japanese dub wasn't afraid to have the bad guys pull guns on other characters, but 4Kids recognized how the use of real firearms is taboo for children's programming. Their ultimate solution: edit the firearms and any instances of them shooting at anyone out of the episodes.
動くな海馬瀬戸我々と一緒に来てもらう
Unfortunately, this runs the risk of making the edited scene look silly, with the bad guys pointing their fingers at someone, trying and failing to be intimidating.
Let's go, Kaiba.
On your feet.
Mr. Pegasus would like to have a few words with you.
I bet he would.
This infamously goofy edit really waters down the intensity the original anime had to offer, but it definitely makes the English dub memorable one way or another.
Get him! He jumped!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.